They call me crazy cause I'm facing all my giants. They try to scare me into thinking I can fight it. They tell me I should never even think of trying. But that's just me, I'm gonna live out in defiance.
Creators want it.
Well, welcome, David. That's you could have told me that you're going to be on. That's all I got to say, because you could have been on talking to Ben and Max right now to start it off. And now I just gave away who's on. But what the hell what's going on? Your mic's not on. Your mic. Can
you hear me now?
There we go. All right. Well, we're just showing how professional we are.
I literally rushed over here for my daughter's father-daughter dance. I changed shirts real quick and turned everything on.
Nice. All right. I'll give that to you. I'll give it to that. It was
Hey,
a father-daughter dance. And I had to go to a father-daughter dance and skip a show once. But guys, welcome tonight to The Geek Saga. It is 7:30, and it's actually a little after 7:30. We're actually closer today than we've ever been before. But it is awesome. It is Wednesday. I am so happy. I really am ecstatic. Not just because David jumped on, because I was like, holy crap, I don't know what I'm going to do. But for our guests. So I'm Eugene. I'm your host, along with my other host over there, David. And this is The Geek Saga. Guys, yeah, I think the ghost just kicked in now. Right as you came on.
Good. You're going to need it.
Oh, I'm going to definitely need it. But guys, we've got two special guests on tonight. We're really excited about them. We've been waiting for this day to come, and they are actually the first of season 3 of this year, which is awesome. But what'd you guys think of that commercial at the beginning? I didn't make it, but it is one of our affiliates that we do use a lot of, and their microphones that I have, the microphone that I have in front of me, microphones we use at cons and elsewhere are the thing that we use, which is Movo. I'm glad you loved it. I wish I made the commercial, but I will be making commercials for this show. But guys, also we want to just kick it off because we want to get into talking to our guests really quick. So really quick, since I did do Movo already, we're going to jump into Renegade Game Studios. Guys, it is another affiliate of ours. Click on the link that's in our bio. It'll send you right over to them. When you purchase from them, it obviously helps us out. But they've got great RPGs and deck builders like Transformers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, My Little Pony. And I'm glad I don't start off with My Little Pony anymore. I actually start off with
to.
You know what? It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know why it's the first one that wants to come out, but it's not.
The rainbow sparkle in you wants to let it out. That's fine.
That tattoo that's on my butt really tells me a lot. So, but guys, check them out. They are great games. If you know how to play 5th edition D&D, you will be able to play their RPGs right away. So check them out. Also, we want to kick out a shout out to good old Legendary Subs. Damn, Kraken. Kraken is a great focus, not energy. You always got to tell you guys that it is a focus drink. So it helps you get focused. Both me and David will attest to how focused we get. And how focused do we get, David?
Super focused, dude. I had to apologize to the guests we were on with because I was like just tuned into what they were saying that one time. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just really taking it all in. But they work great. I've used it on the range, used it gaming, used it on the show. I freaking love it, man.
Yeah, and they've got 2 new flavors, which is pumpkin sour grape and watermelon. So it's a total of 4 flavors now, and you can get a sample pack that'll have all the flavors. and check them out. So again, you click on the link, it takes you to them, and use Geek Saga 77 as your code, and you get 10% off on your purchase. So we are going to jump down to another one, which is Watchers TCG, which is, again, this is an affiliate of ours, but a friend of ours is part of this project. It's part of this game. I do have the game right here. It's a great game. It's kind of like a mixture of sci-fi meets magic as far as how the card game goes. There's a lot to the card game, but I do have it opened up at home. So just so you guys don't think I don't play it, but I do. So check them out at Watchers TCG. And dude, so I got to tell you one thing. I received a package from Nacelle. Yeah.
Biker Mice?
Biker Mice, their bikes. He sent all 3 bikes. Really excited. So I have to now go pick up all the Biker Mice. All I have right now is Throttle. But if you guys are interested, guys, these freaking figures are amazing. They are super detailed. I haven't pulled this one out because I want to pull it out when I got the bike and I can sit them on it. But I also have Moto in the car because I just picked it up yesterday. And I still need to get Vinny. So I'm really excited. Thank you, Brian and Brian, both Brians, for that. And we are going to do a toy review. So without further ado, this is the quickest I've ever gone through the affiliates. Well, actually, really quick, I know. David, how are you doing? How are you?
Good, man. I am slightly fatigued. No, I'm running off of no pain meds. I'm running off of only 4 days post-op after the hernia surgery. So I'm kind of feeling it, but it's not too bad. Other than that, man, I'm doing all right.
Did they use Gorilla Tape or was it duct?
No, it was chicken wire and the silver duct tape.
Hell
went in
yeah.
there, fixed it, and they sent me back.
Quick
Plot, like Mark Wahlberg in The Shooter. And then they sent me on my way, dude.
Oh, nice. That's always good. No? All right. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad you're semi-hernia free.
Yeah, I just got to deal with it. It feels like there's a credit card in my hip. Like, you know, when you have a card in your pocket and you move certain ways, you can feel the edges.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Oh,
it's not really painful, but it's uncomfortable as hell.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, I mean, at least you're not dealing with what I have to deal with up here. The shower drain exploded.
Hell yeah.
It was like, remember the scene in Nightmare on Elm Street when Johnny Depp got sucked into the freaking bed and then all of a sudden all that blood was exploding everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our shower. Not our shower, but that was the other shower.
Ooh.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Other people's showers always scare me in the military because we wear shower shoes for a reason.
Yeah. I even wear shower shoes in our shower, and that's our shower.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, I'm glad I wasn't like taking a shower in there. And all of a sudden
I'll be back 29 March. It should be my first day back to work.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, the shower will be fixed by then, so you're good.
Anyway,
all right. Enough of our gobbling. We got our guests waiting for us, and we want to bring them in. Yes, because one is up super late, and the other one he's local, so he can wait. But that's okay. But all right. Without further ado, guys, we are going to be bringing them in. And this segment is, I love seeing people's reactions to this segment intro. So without further ado, Mr. Robinson, who is coming today?
Who could that be? Let's see. This is how you answer a door.
Geek Saga. Oh, wait, where'd they go? Where are they at? You guys
Right here. Yeah, I'm here.
It's the the layout. We don't have a 4-panel layout.
Let me in.
I know.
Let me in.
At
Let him
least.
in. We gotta, oh,
Let
there,
me in, mother.
Hey!
wait, David, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
I just saw. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Hey.
Hey.
We made it.
that's why we're professional. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, sure. What are we even doing? Just kidding.
Welcome to the army.
Gotta go.
It can go wrong. It will go wrong.
By the way, before I start, thank you for your service. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both.
No, thank you guys, because without your tax-paying dollars, we wouldn't have our job.
Who pays taxes?
Actually,
wow.
without you
Yeah,
guys,
the IRS,
we wouldn't be
come on.
entertained while we're out there doing random crap.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, no.
Oh,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you. And that was amazing intro, especially with the SNL 50 that just happened. So brilliant.
Yeah, I've been using that since
Day
we
one.
started the show, and I always love seeing the reaction of our guests because they're just like, we've had a couple who have said, "I've never seen that." I'm like,
What?
"Yeah,
What?
have never seen," and they're like, "I'm a
Lived
big Eddie
under a
Murphy
rock?
fan." You obviously are not a big Eddie Murphy fan.
Did you
I
see
mean,
his
or a
skit?
fan of life?
Did you
Yeah.
see the new skit he was on? And
I saw
No, I
the
didn't.
one where he's older now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say it on here. It's okay.
It's an internet show. Nobody watches us. We're all right.
Yeah.
He said, Santa's not coming to town. Santos is coming in your brow.
Oh,
I was dying.
oh my God! Now I have to go back after the show and watch that because, oh man, I just saw like a picture of it and I was like, oh, I gotta watch this, but I can't.
So good.
So, welcome, guys. I mean, if you guys don't know who's on our show, shame on you, first of all. Shame on you. But this is Ben and Max Berkowitz. Guys, they're co-creators of an amazing comic that's out there called The Writer, along with Josh Gad, who I don't even know who's Josh Gad.
Tony here is in place for Josh, so he's.
Oh,
he's
okay, right on.
Yeah. And he's already drinking.
Nice. But Josh, if you're watching, I do know who you are. I do.
We're just playing.
We're playing. But guys, you guys have done a lot of things, and reading through, seeing everything that you guys have done, it's like, holy crap! I'm like, you're Max, journalist.
Yep.
Ben, theater and art, or theater and film, and like now. Wait, really quick. Are we talking theater, like theater?
Theatrical, so like film and TV.
Okay.
I
So
wish I was.
You can sing, Ben.
Article that I
Sing
read
the song.
didn't write it out right. It's like I'm like theater. Are we
Theater.
talking like West Side Story?
Josh is the theater.
Josh is the theater.
Yeah.
Book of Mormon. Come on.
And can you believe we've all done it by the age of 18? We're only 18 years old.
I've been in the Army 15 years and I'm only 18 years old. So
Right, exactly.
I wish I was
All
in
look
15.
beautiful.
So okay, so theatrical. So I'm gonna go back to whoever wrote that breakdown and be all like, you know what, you guys
ChatGPT.
I'll check. The devil. The devil.
ChatGPT wrote it.
So you guys have got a lot of stuff that you guys have done up until this point. Along like NAB, when did you start that?
We launched NAB in July 2015. Yeah, it's been 10 years.
Jeez.
Wow.
I was working at a local news station and we were interviewing for the New Hampshire primaries. So we brought like all the Republicans, Democrats in, and I was covering the Red Sox Patriots, and it was just like I wasn't loving it. News reporting's great, but I always wanted to work with my brother. And Ben called me one day. He's like, "Let's just do it with no capital." Our mom was not happy.
Yeah, I had just come off of working on a documentary film with CNN, and my wife got a job at Google, and she was like, "We're moving out of New York and going to San Francisco." So I was like, perfect time to start a business.
Yeah, why not?
yeah.
I mean,
Right.
moving,
Why not? Moving.
Especially one called Not a Billionaire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I love the name because I'm like, wow, I can relate to these guys. Not a billionaire.
Right? I don't know why, but that intro just sounded like the beginning of the Mario Brothers. How dare you quit that good job? Right now.
That was their mom. That's literally
That was our mom. She still asks us today, can you please be a doctor or a lawyer?
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to happen. We're not that smart.
We're this generation's Schuster and Siegel. Dang it, leave us alone.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then you co-create a comic book, and that's like, holy crap! How did that come about?
We
How
talk on
did
the
that
phone probably like 18 hours a day about just different ideas, and then
My wife complains that I talk to him more than her, which is
it's 100% true.
100% true. But yeah, it was like, how you work on these projects, develop them for years, and then one day you have a phone call, and Max and I were just complaining about how you have these characters in comics who identify as Jewish, and then as soon as they make the jump from the page to TV or film, their Jewish identity is sidelined. So we're like,
they're scared to say they're Jewish on screen. It's ridiculous.
Right. I was like, this is bullshit. Like, we need to create a character and a story where, like, if it ever gets made into a film or TV, there's no way you can remove the Jewishness out of it. It's impossible. So we literally came up with this concept, made a presentation, like pulled some art together, and we literally co-called Josh, because we were like, this is the only person who can do this. We did it in like 2 days, and it was like he immediately got the concept and then made it hell of a ton better because he's the most knowledgeable human on the planet. And then we went to Dark Horse, and here we are today.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Nothing moves that quickly.
Yeah, we had another project with Mike Mignola it's took so many years.
Yeah. Still taking years.
Yep. But you got on the phone with Josh Gad, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, it's done. It's like, what?
I think he was as passionate about the concept, and that he is a huge advocate, as are we, to combat the rise of anti-Semitism, and that is a big part of this comic book. Just generally the story celebrating our folklore, our mythology,
the diversity. He's an Afghani Jew,
right? The research that went into this, learning about Jews from India, from China. It was like mind blowing and inspiring. So yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, and it is well written. The artwork is amazing, and like I said, I wish I did have my comics here, because I really I was like, holy crap! I hope these guys really believe me that I do have. I have their comics. I've read them. I have it on my pull list and everything, and I was like, I don't have anything. I just hey,
stop.
Good job, guys.
Neither does anyone, because it was a limited run. No, I'm just kidding.
Just like this show.
Right.
This show, 5 people. We're good. All right.
Right. Exactly. Thank you for being the ones who bought it.
Thank you.
No, but Dark Horse did say every issue sold out, which was amazing.
Yeah. I got mine over at We Can Be Heroes. Issue number 2, I had to go up to Otherworld up at City Walk because my comic store was out of it. Like, I was literally having to hunt down the issues because all the time I'm stuck up here, it's hard to get to the shops, but I was able to track down each issue as it came out, and I was really excited. I mean, it was a great comic. And like I said, I love the art. And then I saw what you guys made, that shirt.
Oh, Zach Merrill of Action Tees.
He is sick.
He is a wizard.
You gotta get them. You gotta get them some tees.
You guys are getting one. I mean, just after this, like those, he took Jeremy Hahn's cover art and Mike Mignola's, and did this like magical mashup.
It is so cool.
And I just want to say one thing. Ariel's art, like this could not have existed, this comic book, without Ariel. I mean, he just, like, his artwork was literally biblical. That's kind of why we went to him. He was the only person we felt. And
we didn't even explain certain things to him. He just got it.
He just got
unbelievable.
Made it better. I mean, he's a legend.
And and the fact that the comic flowed so well. The art was just, and Eugene
and David, this isn't even his first language. It's insane.
Right.
It was so yeah.
I mean, when we were using like Yiddish words, he was just like rolling with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like honestly, it wasn't that hard, you know, working with him with like the language differences. He made our writing better. Honestly,
the best thing was at Comic-Con on that panel with him.
That was
he
funny.
didn't understand certain things.
So
he's asking me to translate, and I was translating in English. And Josh called me.
You were just like, speaking loudly.
Yeah. He's like, "You're not helping him, Max." And my girlfriend's pissed at me because she's Puerto Rican, and we've been together for 10 years, and I'm not fluent in Spanish. Yeah.
That's okay. Neither am I.
I've been Mexican my whole life, and I'm not fluent in Spanish, so don't feel bad.
I lived in
All right, I'm telling her that right now. Okay, thank you.
I lived in East LA, and I'm still not fluent.
This is good for me. Thank you.
You guys aren't on Duolingo?
No. I always use the excuse, you know, I technically can't speak another language when I'm in my uniform, so that's
right.
my fallback. I'm like,
damn, I didn't think of that one. Shoot,
that's a good.
That is
18 years of experience, man. You learn a thing or two.
Yeah. All right. Well, next time I'm going to be all like, I'm in uniform again. No,
I love that. I'm going to say that.
But
how long did it take you guys to explain the word punum to him, like for him to understand what that meant? Like,
honestly, he just like got it. He was just like, I get it, mishpucha punum.
Virtually squeezed his cheek. My punum.
Yeah, I feel bad that at Comic-Con we never got. He's like obsessed with Boston Lager for some reason, and he really wanted to get a Boston Lager, and we missed our chance when we were in Comic-Con. So I'm hoping this year will be the year we can get beer with him and fly him from Argentina.
oh my gosh, that'd be awesome.
By the way, guys, we have a writer meme coin coming out next week.
Yeah.
No.
really?
No.
I'm putting $20
Buy
on
it.
it right now.
Yeah.
Buy it.
I'm going on X. I'm gonna let people know.
No, do not. No.
You heard it here, guys. That's all I got to say. All five.
And you're tagged. I'm just saying.
So NAB comic book. Now we want to know about you guys. Like literally.
Oh gosh.
Well, we've got sports on one side and we've got comics on the other side. So let's start with. We'll go with the Better Brother.
The Better Brother. Okay.
I'm only saying that because it's on there, Max.
That's all right.
So, how much of a geek are you, Ben?
How much of a geek am I?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm wearing Spider-Man underwear right now, if that doesn't say anything. I mean,
show us. No, just kidding.
You want me to show you? Yeah.
Show
I'm not
us.
wearing pants.
What is this? COVID?
See, I mean,
Got no body.
I mean, like literally in our kitchen, we have a signed print by Bob Kane of Batman and Robin, a 1987 print that was given to our parents when I was born as a gift.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I wish it was Bill Finger also, but you know, whatever. But I know.
Poor Bill.
Poor Bill. I know. Poor Bill. Poor all these creators. But yeah, I mean, like literally since I think out of the womb, I've been like drawing superheroes. You know, we would go to our Papa and Nana's house and sit in front of the TV and draw. Our Papa would be in his chair drawing also. and our Nana would be playing, I think, like Mahjong or some kind of card game.
He was a big Army vet. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep. He was Army Navy.
Nice.
Yeah. But and he was the one who really got us into storytelling. I mean, he had the wildest stories. I mean, he had a story. So he's Jewish, but when he was in the Navy,
blonde hair, blue eyes.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, like dark skin. So yeah. So he was I forget where he was, but it was in the South. He met this girl, and he told this story beautifully. But he met this like beautiful blonde girl, and they like fell in love. And she was like, "You should come over for dinner and meet my parents." And they went over. It was like a pasta dinner that was pretty crappy. And then the dad pulled our grandfather aside.
He said he stooped her.
Yeah, he did stupor. I think before the dinner.
Yeah, before the dinner.
Before the dinner, but he walked our grandfather into this other room, and he opened up this cabinet, and inside was the Grand Wizard's cloak, and he was just like, maybe one day you'll join the fold. And he was like, you know what, maybe. And I don't think he got out of that house faster. But he had so many like stories like that, whether they were real or not, but he was the best storyteller.
On his not the honeymoon. He fell off a cliff, broke all his bones, it was all over the news. He was crushed in an elevator, the door crushed all his bones. He was bit by a rare spider when we were in Hawaii. His whole left
really
side
bad luck.
Really bad luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bombshell went through his
We're trying to reverse the curse.
Yeah. So his eye was turned.
Yeah.
Oh,
going back to your question, I've always been a comic book geek. Love every comic. Mike Mignola was an inspiration. I went to the first Hellboy movie on my own because none of my friends wanted to see it. None of my one friend.
I would go with you to everything.
You were too young for Hellboy.
He said friend.
Yeah, friend.
I'm his friend, David.
My one friend.
I mean, I see what he's saying, because if I say my one friend, I'm not talking about my brother, right? Because your brother,
you're right.
He's your day one no matter what.
Right.
But like when I say my one friend and I'm like disappointed, I'm not talking about my brother.
Yeah, totally.
It's usually Eugene. He's the guy I'm disappointed in.
I love it.
But
I almost wish you guys could like hold hands through the screen.
Oh yeah, other side.
Yes, there you go. But then, if you ever need a +1 to go to a movie, I mean,
Thank you.
Around.
My wife does complain that I have no friends, so that would be wonderful.
And we watch everything. We watch
amazing.
Any geek movie. Like my kids laugh at me. I'm 40 and I watch all the cartoon movies. But I was really into animation and art growing up. I draw pictures all the time. Huh. And I would be cleaning weapons like when I first joined the army, and people were like, "Are you watching insert random toy cartoon movie?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm an art student. Like I'm watching shit that's popular." Like, what do you mean? Quit judging me. Go away, dude. Do push-ups. Leave me alone.
By the way, you mentioned the Biker Mice from Mars, which I was a huge fan of.
Yes.
Huge fan. So when I being the geek I am, I dyed my hair blonde once. And for a half a second, I was compared to Ian Ziering, who played Vinny, which, I appreciated that compliment at the time. I think the last thing that was in with
Sharknado. Ben Affleck. Do you still get that?
No, I think I'm too ginger.
I don't see it at all.
Too ginger.
You're not as brooding as him. I mean,
right?
Yeah. Have you seen
even his like the Dunkin' commercial?
Yes, I was about to say the Dunkin'. He looks just so brooding and just.
His brother was better in the Dunkin'.
Look, Ben, we want to work with you one day. You look gorgeous.
Yeah, you look gorgeous. Please, we love you.
Yeah.
That's true, Ben. Even Matt Damon, we're cool with you, man. We'd love you.
Yeah,
too.
we do have another Boston project that's actually based a little bit on our family.
We'll get into that later.
We'll get into that later.
Okay. But okay, so we've heard some of Ben's geek story. Now,
Yep.
I know, Max, when I said, we're talking about geek stuff, and you're like, oh, I'm more of the sports fan. You're a sports geek. Let's just admit it.
I'm a sports game, 100%. I've never missed like a Red Sox game or Celtics game. I went to every playoff game last year for the Celtics. And the reason why I got into sports, our nanny, Phyllis,
Phyllis.
So she was probably this like 300-pound Italian lady.
She wasn't
and she would open. She would open the door and be like, her entrance was the best. We'd be so happy hearing hello, and we'd be like, "Oh, Phyllis is here."
She was our babysitter.
A babysitter, not our nanny.
Yeah.
And she'd come over every Saturday, and her and I would just sit down and we'd watch every Red Sox game together, and figure skating, like Michelle Kwan I got into, and then Celtics, everything. And we'd like announce the games together on this like.
While you were watching sports, I was painting her face with her makeup.
Yeah, exactly. And then I always wanted to be an ESPN anchor growing up, something like that, or like on the Today Show and like talk about sports. So I went to Syracuse University, studied journalism at Newhouse, and then got into sports and news. And I was just covering Red Sox, Celtics, Patriots. And then just, immersed myself in it. I literally don't miss any of these games. I am a huge Celtics, Red Sox, Patriots nerd. It's bad. Have you ever seen Fever Pitch with Jimmy Fallon? Yeah, that's me. It's literally
worse. He's worse.
Yeah, I'm worse. Because I can also bet on these games now, too. It's bad.
I'm an adult. I'm
gonna have like the mafia come after me. You always so much money.
Let's hope not.
Let's really hope not. But
no, we're good. We're good.
All right. So, all right, Boston. I mean, because you're in Boston, I get it. All right, you're, because you've got an LA fan, you got a Giants fan over there.
Wait, which one's the Giants fan? Oh, Ben?
No.
Oh, you, David. Wait, San Francisco Giants?
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I grew up in the middle of California. Everything's 3 hours from where I grew up.
Oh.
So it was like I could go south, I could go north. I didn't have a choice. And at the time, my cousin was an insufferable baseball fan. And he freaking ruined baseball for me. So when I did get into baseball, I was like, I am not going to be a Dodgers fan. Because fuck that guy. Like, so mad. I was so angry. And then I just happened to get with my wife, and her favorite sport is baseball. And she loved the Giants because her dad and their family's from the Bay Area. And they were like, hey, come up to the game, hang out with us. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I show up just like I am, random nerd shirt, pair of Anchor blue jeans that are way too big for me. And he's like, where's your gear? I'm like, I don't have gear. I don't watch freaking baseball. I just came because you invited me and I'm spending the day with your daughter. Like, I don't care about the sport. And he's like, nah. And he took me down to the dugout, bought me a hat, bought me a hoodie. He's like, just so you can fit in. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I looked at my girl and I was like, guess I'm a Giants fan. And ever since then, I've been a Giants fan. So that was it. And I've been a Rams fan since I can remember. So,
all right, I like those too. All right.
Yeah, it's crazy when people ask me, like, how are you a Giants fan and a Rams fan? I'm like, don't worry about it. Like, why do you?
That's what I am. Well, I mean, Dodgers and Giants, that's a pretty big rivalry. That's huge.
Yes.
I was born same as Yankees, Red Sox.
Yeah. Yep. But I was born into Dodger blue. I had a poster of Ron Say over my crib. Kid you not. Was over. My dad had put that along with a bunch of pennants across. He had pictures of my bedroom as a kid, and it had Ron Say over my crib. So it was already ingrained in me from day one. So bleed Dodger blue.
And that's me with the Rams. Like, I grew up and like I know players that I didn't even know that were way before my time because my grandmother was a huge Ram fan. And she was like, Roman Gabriel this and Roman Gabriel and Henry Ellett and Jim Everett. And I was like, who cares about them? They're gone. They don't even play no more.
And the Rams are in Castaway too. So,
That's right.
Are they?
You remember that? The 1 year
That's right.
Yeah. That was one of the craziest Super Bowls.
The stretch.
Yep.
I remember that Super Bowl distinctly because I had been a Ram fan for so long. So many horrible seasons. I got made fun of everywhere I went because I always wore my Rams gear. And they finally won, and I was just like, my whole world changed. And then we had a bunch of shitty years after that, and I was like, you know what? We got one. Okay,
You got one. That's enough. Some teams
Like
don't even
Eugene,
have any. Yeah.
when they got their handicap World Series, he was excited. You know,
Hey, whoa. We don't talk about that year.
all 60 games of it, he was still excited. He didn't care that it was.
I don't even. You know what? My stepfather got me a Dodgers hat that had the World Series champs of 2020. I don't even bring that out. I tucked that away because we don't think of that year. That's.
Do you know the sport that Ben was really good at that he was captain of? Ben, javelin.
That was
The
my
warrior
sport.
sport. The warrior. Yeah.
Yes, and then I dislocated my shoulder and never played again.
But you broke the record, right?
I
In high
did
school?
the school
Yeah.
record. Yeah,
Really? What was the record?
it wasn't that far. I think it was like 200 feet. Which, I mean, for high school and for someone who's only 5'10", because most javelin throws are like 6'4".
You're 5'11", Ben.
All right, yeah. Thank you.
Wow, look at
Very
the level,
self-deprecating.
dude. Smaller. Come on, get that in.
I'm over here looking like Wolverine at 5'3". Sorry, 5'4".
The real.
5'4".
Can they please make?
Yeah, they really
Wolverine?
need. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Jeremy Allen White. Let's put him in.
Yeah,
And David really is 5'3".
I really am.
you're
5'3".
actually 5'3".
Yeah, I'm like
Wow.
I joined the army at 5'4", and now I come in at like 5'3 and a half, 5'3 3/4. Like, yeah, I'm just not 296 pounds, or 396 pounds with adamantium in my
Of
body.
muscle. Yeah.
You could be one day. One
I could
day.
be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could
Let's
be.
Oh,
Just
man.
sign up for all those testings.
I'm down. I'll do another 20 years if I have to.
Hell, I'd be down too. I'd be like, just inject me. Let's go.
I don't have a healing factor. I would never survive the test, but I'm down. I'll do it.
Did you see that? They're trying to create a league where you can only use performance enhancing drugs.
What?
I'm down. I'd watch
Yeah.
that.
I don't know
Insane.
about that.
Home run
Yeah,
after
that's-
home run. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so down.
That's a lot of scary dudes on the field.
Yeah.
Guy
Could you
strikes
imagine-
out,
They just
rips
explode.
somebody apart. Oh God.
Could you imagine like a league where everyone can use performance enhancing drugs, and then you have a game like Canada and USA where they're just
Oh
beating the crap out of each other at
my
the hockey game? Did you see
God.
that?
Yeah. 3 fights in 9 seconds. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
What?
Yeah. The first 9 seconds of the game.
No, that
It
was
definitely
nuts.
was. Yeah. I mean, come on. It's pretty tense right now.
Yeah, like after the terrorists were like spoken of, they booed us, they booed the national anthem, and the players were like, "Not
Yeah.
today, homie, not today."
They don't want to be the 51st state.
It's just
Apparently,
Get it.
apparently.
But all right, let's move from sports and back to comics.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, reason why there's a lot of sports in our comic is partially because
Yes.
of that.
Because-
You see, yeah.
okay.
You see Fenway
Now,
Park.
yes, it makes sense. I'm catching it. There's a little Ben and there's a little Max mixed into this comic.
And a little Josh.
And a little
and
Josh.
a little Josh.
Oh, literally a little Josh because
Yeah, a little Josh.
he's in it. So, okay, movies. Let's get into some movies. Now we said that like movies. When we say that we watch anything, David's not joking. My favorite
In the
streaming
world.
my favorite streaming channel is Tubi. And if you guys
Love it.
don't, yes, if you guys
Brit
don't have,
Love it.
huh?
BritBox.
God, I remember going to Redbox.
Oh no,
Get-
BritBox. BritBox.
Breadbox.
Yeah.
Brett?
You got to check out BritBox. It's all the British shows.
Now
Really
I gotta look
good.
that up.
Yeah.
Hey, David, what was the other one that we saw where it was all Dolph Lundgren movies?
Cineflix.
No, it was.
Skinamax? No.
Is it
Oh,
High
no,
Flicks?
No,
It's not the
no,
Jewish
I want to
channel,
feel
High
like
Flicks?
Cineflix or
It was something Rise. It was like
Cinerise.
Cinerise.
Filmrise.
Filmrise. So
It was a random Roku TV channel. We were at work. We got the TV running, hooked it up to internet, and we were like, dude, free streaming channel. Let's check it out. And literally we logged in, and it was Dolph Lundgren, Dolph Lundgren, Dolph Lundgren, Dolph Lundgren, Dolph Lundgren. It was like 6 movies all done within the last 2 years. I was like, how is this dude still pumping out movies that quick? Like,
what?
Yeah,
He's a legend.
for real.
Yes.
I want to get him to play King Solomon in our comic. That
So
would
good.
be like he's just sitting there naked in his throne chair,
Dude.
all Dolph.
all Lundgrened out.
Oh, he's only 67. Not bad. Yeah.
But he's got to
No,
have his
because-
doctorates and his freaking martial
Right.
arts stuff around him.
He doesn't look it though. He looks pretty good for being as old as he is.
Yeah.
So, man, imagine that as your that. Oh,
But
Giant-
movies,
yes.
love movies. We literally there's a picture that like I post every year on Siblings Day of Max and I with our like TV dinner tables, watching TV, just going like,
That's all we would do. It's
yeah.
like-
I mean, we grew up like literally with our
one of my
faces
first TV
in-
shows was Oz.
Oh
Yeah,
my
little
god.
kid. Yeah. Oz and the Sopranos. Yeah, that's why I'm
Yep.
really fucked up.
Damn. That's a good way to grow up. All right.
Mhm.
Now,
Thanks, Mom.
what is like? Let's say, what's the worst movie that you've ever seen? Like,
Ooh,
yes.
Oh,
that is a great question.
Ben, what's the one we rented from Blockbuster that we shouldn't have rented? That was X-rated.
So many.
I didn't know Blockbuster had X-rated.
Yeah, they actually gave us a X-rated one, and our parents
Oh
were
my God.
pissed.
I don't know. I don't like to say like what's the worst movie because I
The worst movie
appreciate.
can be a very good movie to watch because it's
Like,
fun.
yeah. What's the worst? What's the best bad movie you've seen? There we go. How about that?
The best bad movie.
Yes,
Um.
because we appreciate everything.
Oh my gosh, there are just
There's
so
so
many. I'm trying to. Oh, I know. Oh God, it was a movie from the late '80s.
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember the title, but it's about a white college student who needs to get a
College degree.
a scholarship
Scholarship?
to get
Soul
in.
Man.
So is it Soul Man?
Yes,
So he
it
takes
is.
the pill.
He gets dark and then
Yes,
yes.
that is one of the best bad movies, and
Yep.
it's so offensive. I think it might not be offensive, or it's still offensive.
C. Thomas Howell, blackface, black body, curly hair.
Oh,
So bad. It's so good.
James Earl Jones is in it. It's a wild movie, and that was on
I
TV.
remember this.
Yeah. It was a huge. It was a huge movie. First of all,
Yes.
and then they always showed it on
Always.
network television for some reason.
Always. There's
Always.
that dinner scene I'll never forget where he's dating a girl and the girl's dad was just like staring at him and he would see all the stereotypes
Yes.
in him. And I was just
Oh
like,
my
at the
God.
time I was like, oh, this movie's brilliant. I was like 8 years old or something. And then looking back, I'm like, ooh, okay.
I think
But
mine
it's-
was mom took my friends and I to see. Do you remember the movie Boat Trip with Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's another offensive one. But the reason
Boat
why I loved it because my first crush was Rosaline Sanchez.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
hmm.
And she just liked my comment today. So
Wow.
Oh, watch
Yeah.
out.
yeah. My
Finally
girlfriend's gonna
happened.
watch out.
I can picture Max watching Rush Hour and pretending to be Jackie Chan.
Oh,
Come on, baby.
with
Slow
the
down.
binoculars. Just like watching.
I like Snoopy.
I hope that goes through. Supposedly that's in the works. Another Rush
Is it
Hour.
still with what's his name? Ratner?
I don't know about that.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to direct it.
Maybe
Maybe. Yeah, times have changed.
those movies. Those I think those are like defining, like the Rush
I
Hour.
love
movies.
those movies.
Also, all Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Watching
Those were-
him watch his movies crying with his daughter.
That was from a movie. That wasn't his
What?
actual daughter. Yeah, that was not. Yeah, that's not. That's like a meme that's passing around.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Go on, did you guys know that? Did you know that?
Max, your face was just like his dog. Like you were into that moment,
Dude, that was such
you
a big
ruined
brother
it.
moment. Like, I need to crush you real quick. Hold on.
Shut it down.
You jerk.
It's like, you know they found you in a trash can, right?
I'm gonna go.
Oh man.
Oh,
That was hilarious.
God. Yeah, movies
You
like
crushed him.
Soul Man could not be made now. There's just no way. And I'm shocked
No.
that they still have that thing like streaming somewhere.
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 I don't know where. Maybe on Tubi or Mubi or High Flicks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you look at them and it's like, how do they keep getting away with movies, right? Like Blazing Saddles is one that we talk about a lot. We love that movie. And then after Blazing Saddles, you end up with Tropic Thunder or Soul Man. And then Tropic Thunder comes out. And since then, we haven't had anything in that realm of.
I know.
So true.
And speaking of Blazing Saddles, Josh, with his big announcement doing Spaceballs 2.
Yes.
So excited about that.
You're
nervous? You're nervous.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's been a long time since we've had, since Spaceballs did come out. And that is such a classic. I mean, it is classic Mel Brooks. It's so hard to see something being made now that was Mel Brooks because we had so much in it that is quote unquote offensive now, but it's still great. Like History of the World.
Oh.
Love that movie. Yeah, exactly. All of us are like, and then we've got the Hulu History of the World, and that was just like,
it just fell short. It wasn't as good.
But I loved Josh's scene in it.
oh, yeah, that's right. Damn
But
it.
there was great. There was
Wait.
parts of it that were good, but as a whole, it just
Yeah.
wasn't as good.
I totally agree.
Yeah, it
Totally.
fell a little short, but that's what I'm worried about. And I'm sure Josh would do an amazing job at capturing, Mel Brooks's humor and still be able to put it to what it is now, to not come off, I guess, as offensive, but still hilarious.
Well, Josh is like there are only like a few people in Hollywood that are literally like the most knowledgeable humans, and it's like Josh, there's Patton Oswalt, and Josh he literally he has this encyclopedic knowledge of everything. And so I like, and that's why he was so vital, like working with him on our project. Like when it came to the folklore, to the mythology, like he just rattled it off, and he knows everything, like storytelling, the history of storytelling. So I think when it comes to like, Mel Brooks, and he's been working directly with Mel, which I don't know how much collaboration there was on History of the World Part 2, but with this one, I'm really confident and excited.
And off camera, Josh gives a little of that like Larry David vibe.
Yeah.
Really?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's the best.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Man. Well, I just lost my train of thought. Thank you, Ghost.
Movies.
I have a question for you guys.
All right. Go for it.
With you being a huge nerd and him being into sports, what's something you guys used to geek out on together? Like, what's the one thing that you guys would be like, bro, did you catch that? Yeah, I caught that. You know what I mean? Like, because me and my brother, we're polar opposites. He hates everything I'm into. He'll call me, bro, I need a show to watch. Don't give me none of that geek crap that you watch. I don't want sci-fi and I don't want fantasy. And I'll be like, I don't have any suggestions, dude. Call me later.
We watched every superhero show growing up.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Our most favorite one was Smallville.
Oh,
yes.
Smallville.
Yeah.
Right.
A huge.
That's another
diehard.
crush of mine. Christian Crook, is that her name? Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're talking about Lana.
Yeah.
Not what's her name? Who
The
Oh,
one
who's in jail? Yeah.
Lana Lane or Lois
Oh,
Lane? Lois Lane.
no,
No,
Ally Mack.
Yeah.
Ally
who's in a
Mack,
cult.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Now-
I don't mean to crush you, Ben, but she had the ugliest crying face in the
I
world.
know.
Oh my god, the worst.
The worst. It
I
was.
saw that. I'm like,
And then Tom Welling he had a DUI recently, but he's okay. I love him. We love him.
But
Yeah.
that whole show literally changed our life. I mean, I went to an all guys prep school. We had a big school meeting, and I think we had like some big speaker come, and in the middle of it, because I had missed the episode, and back then we didn't have
DVR,
DVR. So I literally stood up in the middle of this meeting with this important speaker, and I was like, "Did anybody record last night's Smallville? I need to know now. Does anybody have a VHS of the episode?"
Somebody say
Ugh. It holds up for the most part. I tried watching it.
well, so the funny
yeah.
thing is that this show, the Geek Saga, I started this like in 2020, like 2019.
1920.
Yeah, 1920. Some
He's that
people
old.
say-
He's old enough.
But I started in like 2019 into 2020 with another buddy before we turned it into what it is now. And what originally we started was we were going to rewatch all the Smallville episodes and talk about them. We got through, I think we did 6 episodes, and then we got busy, and then we kind of had to lay off of it. But I continue to watch it, and the first few episodes, I really got the vibe of Clark being a real creeper.
Yeah. He was a bit of a creeper.
He was.
On Lana.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, I'm sorry to dash your hopes and everything else, Max. I can see in your face, you're like, oh God.
Max is like, what? I stand out women's windows at night all the time.
all the time. What the hell?
I'm in the tree watching them, it's okay.
Did Michael Rosenbaum, did he shave his head or did he wear a cap?
Shave his head.
Shave his head.
So for like 15 years, he shaved his head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think he was the best, and I know, David, we've talked about this. He was the best Lex Luthor. The best.
Absolute
Yeah.
best. Embodied that character.
Bring him back. Come on.
Yeah. He should.
I know. I was shocked because I know James Gunn, James and Michael Rosenbaum, they're friends. But I guess I know he wanted to go with a younger Lex, but I mean, it's like, come on.
He still looks good, so why not?
Yeah.
That dude hasn't aged at all. I just saw him on the podcast 6 months ago, and I'm like, dude, it's been 20 years since Smallville ended. Why do you still look like episode 1?
Right.
Crazy.
Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, he's done amazing voice acting work, though.
That's true. Wasn't he
a
the
lot
Flash?
of the DC animated movies? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was in a really funny comedy where they pretend they're sorority sisters.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You can't make that movie anymore.
No.
Dude, you can't even watch. Yeah, you guys remember Waiting?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Was that
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
I love that.
No way that you'd be able to
Made me
make
never
that
want to go to a
movie.
restaurant.
Well, if they're gonna be playing games like they do play in that movie, I'd be like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Little Batwing, chicken
Yeah.
brain.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's
let's
right.
just say that happens in the army too.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean that happened in football. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not.
You know, it's
fun
funny.
because you open
In
a
my
curtain,
head,
go shower.
I think of Super Troopers, and when I hear shenanigans, I automatically assume that it's the restaurant
Easily.
from Waiting. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, interest. Yeah.
Like, what's
God,
that restaurant you like that hang all the shit from the walls? If you say it one more time, shenanigans. Like,
I want to watch that movie because I need to rewatch that because that's the kid from also Freaks and Geeks, who's in that.
Oh yeah.
yep.
Yep.
He was like the younger brother,
Yeah, and he was
John
also
Francis
in Bone.
Daly
right?
Yeah,
and Dane Cook.
Dane Cook.
Was Dane Cook in it?
yeah,
Yeah, he's the behind the counter. He's the cook.
Right. Dane Cook. Let's have a
He's
Dane.
from Massachusetts. There you go.
He is.
Really? I didn't-
He also worked with his brother, and it did not go well.
Was that his manager or his agent?
I think his manager, his brother.
Yeah. He stole his money or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not good.
something.
Checked up.
I know.
But employee of the
That's,
month.
that's what I've been doing to Max for the last 10 years.
That's why you can't move.
Literally.
Dang. no wonder he's landlocked.
Hey.
Hey,
So the truth comes out.
no.
So
Hey, have a couple more. He wants to find out what else is hiding back there.
yeah, keep going.
Come on.
So Max, you're drinking it now. You're a huge coffee fan.
Yep. I have about 8 to 10 cups of coffee a day. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a favorite type of coffee, like a brand, or even like the type of roast?
Well, I go to Cafe Nero. Do you guys have that near you? No? It's an Italian company. I go there. I used to go to Starbucks, but now their stuff sucks.
Max doesn't make coffee.
Yeah, I make coffee. What are you talking about? In the morning I do. Yeah, I make coffee.
Yeah.
Not good
Now,
coffee, but I make
Are you
coffee.
a French press? You a coffee machine? Are
French
you
press.
A French press. Okay.
French press. You are not French press. Max's drip coffee from like a $10 drip machine.
That's not true. What? It's a nice drip machine, and then I also have a Nespresso machine too. I use, and then I keep my coffee in the fridge as well. But I also go to the coffee shop because I have nice baristas. You jerk, Ben. Ben's a jerk.
Yeah. Nice barista. So what does that mean? What are you like doing with the barista?
I talk to them. We talk. We converse. Yeah,
It's his Clark moment. He's being creepy on the
Right.
baristas.
Yeah. What's your name, honey?
Max is like, I'm out. I stayed
I gotta
on
go. All right. See ya.
What are we talking about again?
I don't remember.
I was just talking about coffee because
Coffee.
Coffee, and that actually tying that back into our comic because our mother is the Liz character is based off of our mother, who's also named Liz, and she's a big coffee drinker in the comic. Yeah,
She might drink more coffee than me.
Our mom in real life.
Yeah, in real life. Yeah.
Big coffee drinker.
Yeah.
man, that's so I like as we're talking, it's kind of cool to hear how so much of you guys is literally in this comic. Like there's
Everything.
no getting it. Yeah.
Everything.
Even the red
King-
Jews, that's based off of Ben.
Yep, that's based off of me. King Solomon's naked body is mine. Ariel. I had to pose for Ariel.
You're all like, yeah, look at me in all my glory.
Ariel
Funny
keeps asking me for pictures, and I'm like, why? We're not working on this anymore.
No, actually, a true story about Ben.
Uh-huh.
He was in a school art program, and he did a project where he was in a tub with a bunch of hot dogs, and one of the hot dogs was not a hot dog, and it was on the cover of the magazine.
Yeah,
so you see his schmeckle.
Our school's photography magazine.
Yeah, and then he put that as his Facebook profile picture.
And I got banned.
A bunch of people got banned. Ben also did nude modeling.
Oh, wow.
There was a moment. I was interning in New York City. I needed a little money, and there was an opportunity to nude model for an art class, and I was like, sure. I didn't last very long because I got a little too comfortable, and the teacher thought it was very unprofessional.
Wow.
So I was not paid for that work.
We're learning quite a bit about guys, get out there and pick up an issue of The Writer. There we go.
Trade paperback comes out April 22nd. You'll learn a lot.
So, so King Solomon was based off of Ben. All right,
Yeah.
it's good to know. Yeah. Wow.
Oh.
So, what projects are you guys working on now? As far as like, I mean, NAB has so many. Like, I went through the website and I'm like looking at everything, reading everything about Not a Billionaire, and you guys got a lot going on for that. What projects are you working on now?
So Not a Billionaire, yeah, with NAB, our focus is on marketing, communications, and production. We work a lot with nonprofits, Fortune 100 companies on their marketing social media strategy, and it's all focused on social impact work. But then separately, we're passionate about film and television, so we've been developing a lot of projects. Like Max mentioned earlier, that we're working with Mike Mignola on a TV series called The Forever House, and that's been moving forward. We're very excited about that project. We're also, I don't know if you remember the show, I can't say too much, and this is like the first time we're even talking about this publicly, but do you remember the 90s cartoon SWAT Cats?
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we're working with another set of brothers, the Tremblay brothers, who created SWAT Cats, and we're bringing it back. It had a second life abroad when it was canceled, and now they got all the rights, and we're helping them with the comic, the animated series, and it's going to blow people away. I love that show. Yeah, and we're working with do you know the Lawrence brothers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey, Matt,
and Andy.
and Andy.
They're amazing. We're working with them on a really exciting comic book series.
That's cool.
I think people are going to have a blast with it. It's so funny. Yeah, we're super excited. And then we have another project that we're working with another writer, Eric Filipkowski. It's an action horror comedy and kind of a satire of all those like John Wick movies. But I think people are gonna.
And he has a comic out with Mark Hamill's son.
Yeah, Nathan Hamill.
Nathan Hamill.
Two Dumb Dinos. Definitely buy that. There's that page, that Instagram page is hilarious.
He's so
it's literally
funny.
just two dumb dinos talking to each other.
I'll have to look that
but
up.
Yeah, Eric is one of the funniest humans on the planet. But yeah, we've got a few other things cooking that we're really
one about our family. That's another one.
Yes, our family. So I don't know if you're familiar with Boston, but
you can't dive too deep, Ben.
No, I'm not going to dive too deep.
All I know about Boston is like from movies.
Well,
so like, what about Ray Donovan? Is that like another?
Yeah.
So our family started one of the biggest seafood restaurant chains called Legal Seafoods. It started in 1950 as a fish market. Julia Childs, the famous chef, she ate there, raved about it, and it blew up. It's been it was, I think at one point there were 36 restaurants, and the clam chowder was served at every presidential inauguration since Reagan.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of history, a lot of stories. We're not going to dive into it, but a lot of
taught at some schools.
Stuff.
Yeah, family.
Yeah, our family story you can look up, but our family story is taught in some schools. It's complicated. Family's complicated.
Yeah,
you should do a show about your grandfather's stories.
That's true. Oh,
that would sound the story that you just told sounds hilarious. I mean, the adventures of your grandfather could be a whole show on its own.
I mean,
Oh my God. He
Just
Falling
like-
off the cliff, breaking all his bones, and then he still crawls away and lives to see another day. I mean,
he carried around a picture of him. I think when he was in Korea during the war, he found a skull and I think slept with it the entire time he was deployed. I was like, you lost your mind.
he did not like talking about it though.
No.
No.
yeah, I can only
No.
imagine. I mean,
Yeah. But he did have a picture with it.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
But-
Time overseas, like while you're there, you enjoy it. It's fun, but
Right.
like you don't want to talk about it when you come home. I was in Iraq for a long time, and yeah, same thing. Like it's just my dad always asked me, "Did you ever do this?" And I'm like, I don't remember.
I don't want to.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because too much bad went on. It's just like, bro, I was
Right.
alone. I was there by myself.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had my buddies with me, but it's like, it's kind of depressing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you do weird things to keep yourself going. Like I never have been a gym rat. I worked out every day while I was there, packed on 20 pounds of muscle, ate good, and then came home and never went back to the gym. Like I was like, I don't need this no more. I'm over it. But it's just, you find things to keep yourself going. And we always end up doing random things like that. Like how many stories you heard of guys collecting scorpions and fighting them in the barracks and stuff like that. And
Yeah, wasn't there
guys-
like
Or
those
guys
like spider
Gilmore
fights
Girls,
too?
he has nothing better to watch.
camel spiders and then random
Camel
other
spider fights, yeah.
other spiders
My
against it to
nightmare.
see which one wins. Like,
Hey,
Yeah.
they actually
Random
found
things.
a couple of camel spiders here on post because they snuck
What?
into gear. Yeah, they sneak into the gear and then it gets brought back here, and then they found some out here alive, and it's like,
What?
well, so
That-
in California, we don't have camel spiders. We do have what they call Arizona sun spiders, and they look exactly the same. They're
How
just
big are
a little
they?
bit smaller.
Don't tell me about that.
They're not as big as the picture you're thinking about. You're
Yeah.
thinking about the dude holding it up like this. That's
Yeah.
two spiders, and they're
I'm thinking
holding
like
on to each
Space
other.
Troopers.
oh, Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
Oh,
Starship
nah,
Troopers, yeah. That's
Nothing
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Eight-legged freaks.
yeah.
Right.
Oh god.
Yeah, no. If you go back to that picture, because I know exactly what you're thinking about. It's the dude's hand wearing the glove,
Yeah.
and then like a really long camel spider. That's two spiders holding on to each other. Like
Oh.
they're only about, I don't know,
They're
maybe
about that big.
4 to 5 inches long.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
less horrified.
Yeah, they're
But
not
they're
like
still-
8.5-inch freaking spiders.
They're still
Thing with the demon anglerfish. It's like this big.
Right.
It's so cute.
I think I cried hearing that story. I'm like, something's going on with me. I'm being way too emotional.
Oh, Ben, do you need a hug? I mean,
I do for my one friend.
I think I'm his one friend. I will have to leave, guys. I'm gonna head over there. And give him
Thank
Who
you.
wrote that?
Appreciate it.
Oh man,
Camel toe.
what is also camel toe? That is
It
for
has
our
to be.
friend.
It has to be young Phil.
In the nether region.
That was good.
Oh,
That was good.
God.
I like that.
So what? I know, like you said, Max, you were obviously in journalism, but you wanted to get into doing something with your brother, and then you guys started Not a Billionaire. What really just sparked that? Like, Not a Billionaire. Like,
I mean, Ben and I always like we would sit in bed together like late at night before we went to bed. And we would talk about our
Don't tell
dreams.
them that.
No. And
so
No,
what
but
are the
seriously,
big
we
stories
would
you have
talk
about
about,
the
like,
family?
Look, in our family tradition, the boys would sleep. No,
Look at Max. He's red as hell.
we would watch all these shows and movies, but we would always talk about what we wanted to do, and we always wanted to create comics, TV, movies together, and that was just always our dream. So when it came to that point, we're like, let's just do this. And I'm glad we started in, let's say I was what was that, like 26, right? When we started this? 25?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we started young. I know it was scary, but we're
Yeah,
here now.
and-
We're with you guys, and we're doing it.
And the whole point of the name of the company was that you don't need to be a billionaire to make a difference. That was kind of like our goal. And, you know, with all of the stuff we're doing, like with the comic books, with the movies, with the TV shows, you know, we don't want to like tell any, what did he say? All of a sudden,
The grandpa stories.
Never mind. You know, it's all the stuff about it. Not a billionaire. No. But yeah, I mean, so that's the whole point. We just want to be able to make a difference. Like, we want to have fun telling these stories, but also be able to, like, you know, move the needle when it comes to, you know, improving our own community, you know, what have you.
That's awesome. That really is cool. And yeah, the name of your company does resonate with, I mean, anybody that wants to get started in doing this stuff, because I've been grinding it out for years to want to do this kind of stuff, whether it's what we're doing, me and David are doing right now with the podcast, and we have bigger ideas now. We want to expand on what we're doing and create something. So I'm literally building our studio in my garage right now. Well, not right now, but it's what I'm doing.
When he's not there.
When I'm there, I'm doing it. But yeah, you don't have to be a billionaire to do this.
No, you just have to be a trillionaire.
Nowadays in California, you got to be a trillionaire.
You have to, yes.
No, it's true. It's true. You just have to be confident and tell your wife or your boyfriend or whoever it will be okay. I'll make money eventually. Maybe. But no, I mean, yeah, I think
you got to be relentless. I think that's what you and I are about.
Relentless.
Yeah.
We literally hound people.
Yeah. You don't give up.
No.
That's exactly what I do. I just keep hounding until they say, okay, fine, I will be on your show. Whatever. All right, cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll stay up late and talk to you, I guess. Yes.
I didn't do my Duolingo. Damn it.
You know, it's funny you guys say not a billionaire. You don't need the money to do it. You just need the drive and the will to do so. I got a 21-year-old kid, and he just found Epic the Musical. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Mm-hmm. It's a young kid. He's Puerto Rican. He got off of Hamilton, and he was like, I've been wanting to turn the Odyssey into a musical forever. And he sat down, wrote it, produced it, sent out all of these like videos of him singing the songs, casted it, and just put it all out from beginning to end.
Wow.
And it's freaking amazing. It's anywhere you can find music, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. It's called Epic the Musical. And I'm not a theater kid, but holy crap, if I'm not singing every single song that's in that freaking album. But amazing. Like he built a garage, he built a studio in his dad's garage. His dad helped him build it. And he literally sat down, mixed all the music, and wrote all the words and everything. And I'm so glad my son found it, because now that I've watched it, I tell everyone about it. I'm like, dude, if you like any type of theater, go check this out.
I love that.
Oh, yeah. He's raised in Dorado. Wow. I'm just looking him up. Wow. Incredible.
Yeah, I think his name's Jorge.
Jorge Rivera.
Yep. Herans Rivera or something. But yeah, my son found him, and my 7-year-old or my 8-year-old is running around the house like singing these songs, and she's learning about, you know, the Odyssey through this musical, and it's freaking amazing, man. Like,
so you don't need Christopher Nolan, right?
No.
Or Matt Damon, who's now I've seen pictures of him as Odysseus, which he actually, I'm gonna say, he looks pretty good as in that.
Which one?
He looks
the Odyssey. He's in Odyssey. Matt Damon.
Matt, you look amazing.
Everybody's in that movie. It's insane. Yeah. It's a $250 million movie
coming out, right? Yeah, but not everybody's in it, because us four are not in it.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
so,
maybe we are.
Maybe we were cast as the Cyclops. I don't know. Is that in the Odyssey? I don't know.
Yeah, the Odyssey. Yeah, the Cyclops. Okay. But
amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's good. Well, there's another movie coming out with Ralph Fiennes, right?
Yeah, that came out. I think it's on streaming.
And that's the return. That's him coming back from the entire
Right.
Odyssey, and that's him getting back to Ithaca.
So funny.
Right.
I was just talking about him tonight. Schindler's List. We were just very,
Oh,
Very different movie.
yeah, very different.
Very good.
very
movie.
different.
Yeah,
It's like a
I
horror
feel like
story.
He won an Oscar for that, right?
Rick Fine?
He didn't. I think he definitely did.
Max, your facts are off tonight.
No.
Let me check
He
this
did.
out.
He did. Someone check it, please.
Fact checking. Here we go. Who's quickest? What am I doing? I'm like using my phone when I'm in front of a computer.
Right. You,
Oh,
you
he was
He
nominated.
has not
for it.
won an
Damn it.
Oscar.
He
He,
did not
I
win.
knew it.
he was nominated. His first, yeah.
He
I
got a
think
nod.
his name is Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No, but this kid's gonna be the next one, man. Yeah, this kid is already in talks with companies about turning it into a movie, a cartoon. There's video games in like their talks. Yeah.
That's how you get kids interested in this stuff. And that's amazing. Like Hamilton, like my kids love Hamilton. Now they want to like learn about like the actual history. So yeah.
I listened to the book because I like reading audiobooks. But
Yep.
I did the whole Hamilton book.
Listening to audiobooks.
Listening to audiobooks.
I read audiobooks. All right.
No,
My
read
girlfriend got
audio.
to go to 2 of his shows in Puerto Rico.
Really?
She won a contest twice. Yeah.
Wow. That's actually really cool.
That's freaking awesome.
But he is also doing the Warriors musical.
Whoa, like the 80s movie? Is it 80s or 90s?
Yeah, it's
80s.
80s. No, it's
What?
Yeah.
I
That's
think
like-
it's 70s.
Or is it 70s?
yeah, it's the late 70s.
Yeah,
That's right.
I want to say it's like late 70s.
That's
He's-
right.
He's
I freaking
converting
love that
to
movie.
a musical, and
That's gonna be amazing.
we want to have Lin-Manuel on the show. Yes, that is going to be freaking awesome. Let's talk to him.
Get him
about
on the show.
Get him on. I got to get him on here. But
You know what? I'll just message his agent right now.
thank you.
He was on Gutenberg, Ben, with Josh.
That's right.
He was a
Really?
guest. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a guest producer. That was one of the best shows I've been to, Gutenberg on Broadway. Josh and Andrew Rannells, they were hilarious. And they had, I think when we went, Lois Lane was the
Yeah. What do you mean
was
you
the
think?
guest
She said
producer.
hello to us.
I know. What's her name? Rachel Brosnahan.
Brosnahan. Yeah.
Oh my God.
She
yeah.
she was so nice. Yeah.
So nice. Sweetest
So hot.
person.
So.
You love Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I knew it.
Oh.
I like her manager.
Oh, she's hilarious.
From Family Guy
Yeah.
Also,
and Mad
I've
TV.
watched all of Gilmore Girls. She was in Gilmore Girls the first season as the harp player.
Alex Borstein is a genius. I mean,
Yes.
like, all joking aside,
Really
like
is.
she's
Yeah.
a genius.
Oh yeah. And
We want to work with you, Alex.
so do we.
The Gilmore Girls is a point of contention for us.
Why?
He loves the show. My wife loves the show. I just hate everyone's speech pattern in that show, and I can't sit through it unless she's
Oh,
watching.
like the grandmother and grandfather.
No, like Lorelai.
Lorelai and
Lorelai.
What's her name's best friend?
Oh, not Melissa McCarthy on it, right?
No, she's hilarious.
Yeah,
Sookie?
she's funny on
she's
it, yeah.
funny. No, the best friend that ends up being the kid's best friend.
Yeah.
That she's like the editor of the newspaper. Like that
Oh,
girl annoys me to no
Paris.
end.
I watched the
Paris.
new one on Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't as good. Now,
Gilmore Women.
Gilmore, not girls, but women. Yes.
Right.
Now I bring this show up because it was like David said, when we go on deployments, it's like we've run out of things to do. We get bored and we pass around hard drives. Now, on these hard drives are all our movies because we don't have Wi-Fi wherever we may be.
Right.
The one folder you stay away from, unless you really want it, is the tax folder.
I never had a tax folder, so I'm assuming that's a you specific thing.
No, I didn't have a tax folder, but I saw it on other hard drives. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need. I'm good. Thanks.
I don't want your
Yeah.
taxes on my hard drive.
Yeah.
You get my hard drive a disease.
But you grab everything else. And one of them was on one hard drive was Gilmore Girls. And I was just like, I was scanning through, I watched everything else, and I'm like, I guess I'm going to watch this. And I started watching it, and it ends up being like my roommates at the time in our little shack that we had, and a couple other people started coming over, and they're like wondering, is Lorelai going to get with Luke? Like, a bunch of dudes are sitting there wondering.
Well, that was like the OC for us. Like we were obsessed with the OC. I mean, you know, you got one of the most handsome Jewish guys on the show. Just
What's
in
his name?
a new show, Adam Brody.
Brody.
Yeah, not Adrian Brody.
Oh, that
He's
guy's
handsome in his own way too.
Yes, handsome in his own way too.
Yeah.
handsome like a Picasso painting.
But yeah, like I went to an all guys school, and like everyone in the school was obsessed with the OC. We're like, oh my god, what happened to Ben McKenzie or whatever? I don't even remember their names anymore.
Ben McKenzie. Ben Kingsley.
Not Ben Kingsley.
Where's Gandhi at? Where'd he go?
Can we get him on like a teen drama?
Oh, that would be great.
On one of those Instagram reel shows, like the ones that are just like 15 seconds long. Let's get him on one of those.
I unfortunately, I can't believe we're at the hour and the 20.
Oh, geez, I didn't even notice that.
No,
Yeah.
This is amazing. I am getting pulled away by my toddler, who is up way past his bedtime. But
And I need to end it before my 12.
he is a huge. He's already helped me write a children's book, which
Oh my god, it's amazing.
He's 4.5, and he came up with the character and Farty McDragon, and
My nickname.
right, like he loves farting, and who doesn't? But the dragon just, he helps them go to sleep with his farting gas. I don't know where he got that idea, but no, the kid, and he loves comic books, man. He's
cool.
obsessed with Fleischer Superman,
Ooh, nice. Those are great.
which some of those episodes were a little problematic. I was watching, there was one, I think it was something about like the Japanese threat, and I was like, oh boy, this is
heavy.
We're gonna skip this episode. But yeah, he's already obsessed with comics, and I think that's like the nice thing about like writing, like doing these creative things, that they like, it's inspiring him now. So, and I think like what you guys are doing is inspiring, your kids. So I think all parents should do something creative on some level. The bourbon's already hitting me.
Yeah, I
Thanks,
draw,
Tony.
like I said. Josh, that's his
Right,
Josh's
thanks,
name.
Josh. But all right, guys. Then I didn't even realize what time it was. Normally, I'm looking at the clock, and because I don't.
No,
want
this was a blast.
This is amazing.
I had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun having you guys on. We definitely would love to have you guys back on to talk about whatever new project is coming out. Whatever you guys need from us, we are here. You can send stuff to us if you need some stuff promoted. I'm kid you not.
Wow.
And I always say this like online so everybody can see that, yes, we're open to help people out.
No, thank you. And the
Love you
trade
guys.
paperback comes out April 22nd. It's amazing. Go to the store and buy the Mike Mignola cover.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cover is-
And David, I hope your hernia feels better soon.
Yes.
Yes.
Feel better.
Same.
Stay healthy.
Yeah, 6 weeks. 6 weeks, I should be back to normal, and then I could go back to not working out again and drawing pictures.
There you go.
Well, guys, it was awesome having you guys on.
Thank you.
I want to keep in touch with you guys because I do want to send you guys, like I said, sweatshirts,
Yes.
shirts. We want to send it all to you guys.
We want to send it to you.
Heck yeah.
Definitely want to talk about other things if you can. And yeah, this has been great. Thank you. Where can everybody find you guys? That's the last question.
Good question. On Instagram, the writer comic is our handle for the comic, and then Berk Sketches or Maximus Berkowitz or Berkowitz Bros.
Or not nabvid.com too. That's our company. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You got Max, get to bed. We kept you up way too late. Ben, get over to your son to talk about Farty McDragon. That's a
amazing.
Please do not have a 10th cup of coffee. You need to sleep.
I did a drawing of Farty recently, and I posted it on Berk Sketches.
Oh, I'm gonna have to find it and post that back up.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you both.
Honestly, it was a pleasure, but I'll let you guys go. We'll definitely talk later.
Amazing.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Dude, such a quick hour and 25 minutes.
I honestly didn't even realize it. I wasn't looking at anything except watching them. And
the only reason I knew we were running a little long, Max's eyes were getting just the tiniest bit squinty towards the end.
He wasn't on caffeinated coffee. He was on decaf. That's what he was drinking. So I'm like, all right. And I'm hyped up on this. So you know how I get.
Water all day. I'm trying to stay hydrated.
I got to be hydrated too. But dude, those guys are awesome.
Yeah, it was such an easy all of my years of Mel Brooks freaking productions paid off, because I don't think I needed translation for any words that they were saying.
Yeah, no, definitely. From watching all that stuff, yeah, I knew what he was.
When he said schmeckle, I was like, I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Like, wow, dude. The schmeckle's on top, huh?
A little schmeckle. But yeah, dude, as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, hilarious, dude.
Those dudes are awesome, man. I hope.
You know what's funny? I couldn't get the idea out of my head, and I wanted to tell him, but I didn't want to interrupt him because I felt like I kept doing so. But
I was doing it too, but
not why are you fucking Ben? I was getting such a Bill Burr vibe from him as that bourbon was kicking in. Like he just had this Bill Burr like slur to his talk, and it was hilarious, man.
Dude, all in all, this was a great interview. I am seriously happy that you also made it on for this, because this is one that I wanted you to be on, to be able to talk to these guys. And
dude, I slid in at the perfect time. Like it was, I didn't know you were on. I was busy setting up, and I mean, I pre-set it up before I went to my daughter's event, and then I came in and my camera was just not like connecting. And then when I finally got in, I saw that you were on for 40 seconds, and I was like, oh, I may have just made it. And then you started the show, and I was like, yes, I'm here.
I tried something new by putting on the Movo commercial at the beginning, but it's also obviously, guys, go to Movo, check out their stuff. Great stuff. We use all their mics again. And I just thought, you know what? This is a great way to also start it off as I'm waiting for Instagram to kick on. So that's why I ran it, and it even kicked on perfectly on Instagram. So, there's no that green screen at the beginning. Now we're going to have something that plays, and we don't have to about everything. So
I think it worked good. I mean, I caught just only the last like 10 seconds of the ad, but I think it was perfect. Like you were active for almost a minute, and then you started the show as soon as it ended, and we rolled right in. So that was good.
Yeah, it was good. So yeah, I mean, that's it for us tonight, guys. This was a great way to start off our interviews for the year. Next up, guys, got another great interview coming in March. It's actually March. Let me double check and make sure that because I got kind of their interview and the other interview like mixed up on the days. Luckily, I double checked everything. We have March 26th. So literally a day before WonderCon kicks off, we have Richard Haddon coming onto the show, which I am really excited because I listened to his podcast and it is an awesome podcast. Richard Haddon's Supernatural Bookshelf is the name of the podcast. He's done a ton of things as far as like he's done the show, or he's been an executive producer on Supernatural, Titans, Grimm, and the list goes on of all the things that he's done. Great person, and the fact that every story he tells in his podcast, I could relate to because he's talking literally my neighborhood. When he talks about the hat, I'm like, damn, dude, I want some freaking chili cheese fries now from when I hear that, because it's like, dude, I know that place. But we're looking forward to that. It's coming up in March. So we're gonna try to. I know last year, dude, how many guests did we have last year? We had a lot, huh?
Yeah.
2 or 3 a month at one point.
No, I think we averaged
like
at
2.
least 1 a month,
Okay.
and then a couple months we had 2 or 3. It felt like there was 1 month where we did nothing but interviews.
Yeah. And so we're gonna try to kind of make it where it's like maybe once a month, if not more, if we do get other people. But we're still working on WonderCon. We don't know if we're gonna make it out there, but if not, it's cool. We might make it out there for a day just to walk around, but we're working on trying to get into the place and do some filming there. Any other events that are coming up? We don't really have anything much going on because most of the stuff got pushed to like middle of the year because of the fires.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where we're at on that. I did make an announcement last week that we are actively looking for like other, I don't want to say co-hosts, because what would we call them? Because they would be like out in the field with us when we go to events, like correspondents.
Guest hosts.
Guest hosts. Yeah, guest hosts. We're looking for guest hosts, but we're also looking for, like, if you've got camera experience, if you've got experience with live streaming or even editing and graphic design, we're looking for people to join the Geek Saga team because we do have a project that's coming up that we are looking to start filming. When I mean filming, I mean literally filming. Not so much just this, but we're actually filming something. We've got actually 3 projects that are going to be coming up. I'm really excited about them. We've been working on them and working on them with a friend of ours, Alex Gray, who has his own production company, but also is an executive for Warner Brothers. And he's done a lot of awesome documentaries. A lot of them that had to do with like a lot of the Warner superheroes, like Superman, Batman. He did one on Lobo, which is actually really cool. So we're working with him to kind of refine what our shows are going to be, but this is what's coming up. This is what we're finally doing. We're taking the big leap, just like Ben and Max said. They just did it. We're kind of just doing it, and I literally am building the sets as we speak. So we're really excited about this stuff, but we are looking for people to come on to help us out. Pro boner, because we ain't got no cash.
It's going to be a passion project for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're in at the ground level and it becomes something, we would love to keep you on because everyone who works with us deserves their time to shine and the money deserved for any work rendered. But if we get to that point, then we get to that point. If not, then we're just looking for people who want to build a portfolio, build a reel. Because anything you help us with, if we can't help you with money, we can at least add it to what you're building for yourself.
Yeah,
and you can take it with you. So,
and if you're a veteran, is a plus. It's definitely a plus, except for Phil. And I knew it. I knew that was going to come up. So, am I hired? We'll talk. Well, how about this? Have your people call our people, and we'll do lunch. Yeah, there we go.
We'll have an MRE at Camp Roberts together.
Yeah. We'll have an MRE by the tanks over here at the museum, and we'll talk. We'll see what happens. I'm a veteran of this nerd
game.
So it's James we're talking to. It is not Phil. Oh, we do lunch. You're buying, though. Yeah, I'll buy
MREs. But you don't even get an MRE. We're gonna get you a totem.
Hell, oh, that's ugh,
If you don't know what that is, look it up.
that's horrible. That is.
But I had a great time, dude. I'm so excited that they had a good time. It's
Definitely.
I always feel like we're bugging these guys, but then they're all like, "Oh my god, dude, that was such a cool time. I didn't realize how long we were on." So,
Or even when they say like, "No, I mean, this is awesome. We're on your show." It's like, our show, really? You're excited
keep
about
going.
that?
Let's keep talking.
Yeah.
But I think we've held everyone up for a good long time.
Yes.
As always, like, comment, share if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, please let your friends know about us because we don't really have a following on YouTube. I mean, on Twitch. Unless you're my cousin, Josh, who's always watching from the ambulance. Hit us up on all the dude, my brain is fried. I can't
On
think
all our socials
all our socials, TikTok, Instagram, the Geek Saga 77 on YouTube. Hit us up on our email if you have ideas for shows or you want to just drop a line or you want us to come out and check something out. Give us a call. If we can make it, we'll try. We'll give you some coverage out there. Also, go to our links in our bio. Check out Project Wish Upon a Star. Check out the Golden Apple Foundation, Comic Books for Kids. Go find Ben and Max and show them some love. Check out all of their stuff because it seems like they're going to be doing some cool stuff. Yes. And a lot of those shows sound very interesting. So check them out. The more love they get on their socials at all those places, the more they'll be able to pump out more stuff, and it'll keep them excited to keep going. And then join us again next week. We'll be back Wednesday, 7:30-ish, hopefully. Same bat time, same bat channel when the saga continues.